Hi, so I had someone ask me in the comments section, and I also have a client who's in my sleep makeover program that is going through a very similar situation. So I thought I would create a video because I think it would benefit anyone who has insomnia. And her question, or what they're dealing with, is a lot of fear around sleeplessness, a lot of fear of not being able to sleep, a lot of sticky thoughts throughout the day that are just taking up their day, worrying about if they're going to sleep at night. And they're experiencing a lot of hyper arousal and anxiety around sleep and all the symptoms that go along with it. So basically, I'm going to answer their questions and put it in this video so that you can benefit too. So I'm going to start off with all of this stems around the trouble and desire model, which is taught inside of my course, but a basic overview without going in super in depth, because I can't do this all in one video, it's inside my program, is the more you desire sleep, the more you're going to try to control your sleep, the more you're going to be trying to do all these different things to fix your sleep, which is going to lead to a lot of frustration, which turns into anxiety because they're only going to fail. We cannot control our sleep. So the more you desire, the more you try to fix it, then the more trouble you have sleeping. And then every time you keep going through this cycle, you are strengthening that fight or flight system that's becoming activated, and it's also triggering your brain that there is a threat out there, and your brain cannot tell the difference between a perceived threat and an actual physical threat. So it has identified that there's a threat out there because you're trying to escape something through all these attempts to fix your sleep, to control your sleep, when you can't really control your sleep. Nothing can control your sleep. There's only two things that you need to be able to sleep and overcome your insomnia, and that is sleep drive, which is how sleepy you feel, and insomnia is almost never a sleep drive issue unless you're someone that's just sleeping hours a day, all day, and then you can't sleep at night. The other thing that you need is low hyperarousal levels. Hyperarousal is that alertness, that heightened state of alertness from like stress and worry and puzzlement and just all the different emotions and thoughts that come around when you have insomnia. Sorry, my chickens in the background are talking while I'm in a video. So basically, one big issue that they're having are these thoughts all day. Like, they can't get past them about, am I going to sleep at night? How am I going to get through the next day? How am I going to take care of my kids? And when am I going to overcome this insomnia? How long is it going to take? Things like that, which is common and completely normal. We all get that when we have insomnia because nobody wants to have it, right? So this all comes from the fear of sleeplessness, which I know is totally obvious, but that is what it is. It is that fear. That fear is what we need to overcome. We need to decrease that fear. The more we fear it, the more we're going to keep reinforcing to the brain that there's an actual threat out there when there really isn't. And overcoming that fear is by teaching the brain that there isn't a threat out there. And the way you're going to be doing that is through, this is the thing, I go into detail into this in my course, so I can't teach it all here, but we call it befriending wakefulness. I have a technique in the program to show your brain that you are safe by basically turning your night into enjoyment, turning it into a positive experience, I should say. So instead of trying to escape sleeplessness, trying to fight it, just be okay with it. It's only temporary. Turn it into something fun. The other way is just proving to yourself that you can make it through the next day. You've done it a million times before. You've been fine, maybe even had a good day, so that you can try to not fear getting through the next day, because that's tough sometimes. You worry about how exhausted you're going to be, how you're going to get through the day, are you going to be able to keep your job, are you going to end up getting fired, are you safe to take care of your kids? There's just tons of worries, and it's really helpful to teach yourself or prove to yourself that you can do fine the next day. This is going to help you just be okay with where you're at. It's not giving up on insomnia, but teaching your brain that there isn't a threat out there. And just removing any pressure to sleep. If you're not worrying about the next day and how you're going to get through it, if you're not worried about when you're going to be able to overcome insomnia, you can remove these pressures. The more you add pressure, the more worry and stress and hyperarousal that you're going to have, and that's going to go up, and that's exactly what we don't want. So the best thing to do is just let go of that control. We can't control sleep. I know with all the different products and things out there, it makes you believe that you can, but you can't. We just need to get out of the way of our own sleep system. And lots of education, learning about insomnia, the insomnia cycle, which you can get on my Instagram page, or there should be a link wherever you're watching this video to my 5 simple steps guide to break the insomnia cycle. That's a great overview and a great place to start. And lots of self-kindness. Give yourself that compassion, that just be there for yourself. Give yourself some self-kindness. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and it takes time, and you will get there, I promise you. And I definitely recommend my program. If you're experiencing this stuff, this is exactly what we go over in there. I have different tips and techniques to help you get there, and I will be with you every step of the way. So yeah, that is it. I hope this helps you, and let me know if you have any questions that you want me to address in a video. Bye.